Hello, my name is Ty. I am your homicidal chauffeur, and welcome back to Crusader Kings 2, A Game of Thrones. Last episode, we had our first ever Crusader Kings 2 live stream. We had a few technical difficulties, but thank you so much if you stuck around till the end. It was a fairly successful episode as well. My plan was to execute my first plot and kill Lady Cyrene of Tarth so I could engineer my son as the High Lord. Unfortunately, my plot was discovered, so we did not manage to do that. However, my brother, Lord Kirth, he was able to get himself a claim on Blackwater Bay, and we went to war with the Stormlands. That went fairly well, at first especially. I was able to lay siege to a couple of their holdings, including Blackwater Bay. But we still hadn't won the war yet, so I marched on Storm's End. Turns out we took too much attrition. We could not take the castle. And then their army managed to get behind us and take back Blackwater Bay. So we had to march up there, take care of the army, storm the holding again, and then we won the war. And immediately, Lord Kirth has passed off the duchy to Lord Lothar, who now works for Lord Kirth. But thankfully, we have expanded the Trident into Blackwater Bay. And we still have this little bit of land that belongs to the Stormlands, but that has become disconnected. And we are already trying to fabricate a claim in Hayford. Meanwhile, our son Andro has come of age. He's up to 25 now. He is married to Alice Tarth. He has a 13 diplomacy and 17 martial, and he's heir to the kingdom of the Trident. So I think he's looking pretty good. We also have 5 different members on the council that are from our house, including Hand, Prince Simon, Master of Laws, Princess Shiree. Our brother, Lord Kirth, is Master at Arms. Sir Michael is Master of Coin, and my Master of Whispers is Lysa Tully. So we still have one daughter that is about to come of age. She's 14, so we'll have to find a marriage for her. We are currently sabotaging Harrenhal. Lord Jamos is probably the biggest threat that I have as my vassals. And also we're trying to, as I mentioned, have a claim on Hayford. I can already declare war on the Stormlands and just to claim these 2 territories, but it will cost me a lot of gold and piety. If I can get a claim, that'll be a much better deal. Storm Queen Lucinda is all of 6. So we have plenty of time before I feel like the Stormlands are going to be a big military threat, unless there's some kind of revolt there. There's always things that need to be done when it comes to expanding and improving a castle. With the proper planning and diligent work, I can make sure the work becomes more efficient. I had this before. I definitely went for reduce the cost. I feel like that is probably your best bet. I'm up to 880 gold right now though. I wonder if this will just affect my castle though. Let's do it, but I want to see immediately what can I build. We have a lot of choices. Some are very affordable. Private farms would get me more taxes. Let's do that. Oh, we have war in the Vale. Winter is coming to an end. That's good news. Yeah, King Joffrey is defending against Lord Banor. He's down here in the south, right next to my kingdom. King Orland has become known as the Confessor. That's kind of a cool name. Is that because of my piety? I'm up to 1,098 piety. 1.9 per month. Roslyn, who is lowborn, seeks to kill my spy master, Lysa. That certainly cannot be allowed. We have a 77% chance to capture her. And she's gotten away. Let her cower in fear. Yes. A son was born to Rob and Cherie. Edmer. That's good news. Edmund Wallbridge, who is my cousin, would like to take the Oath of the Night's Watch. That'll get me prestige and piety. You may go. Sir Garth has expressed a desire to get married. Marry as you please. He's married a lowborn. A very sinful lowborn. But that's fine. Being such an industrious ruler has not gone unnoticed by the population. By paying the county elders a personal visit, they would surely be inspired and the peasants would feel particularly appreciated. A small donation would also go a long way, of course. 40 gold for 25 prestige. River Run will prosper. Let's do it. Construction is complete in River Run. We haven't got basic defenses up yet. Because of the fort level, we have a bunch of new options. So my vassal right here, Lord Forrest the Imperious of the Bay of Crabs, who is married to Lady Melissa Tully, he wants to go to war to claim part of the Vale. Darkmoor, right here. I don't think he has the troops to do it. Lord Malcolm of Darkmoor has 1,400 troops. But, just like I did once upon a time for Lord Theo, I can back him in his war to claim Darkmoor. And that's not going to war with the Vale because Darkmoor is currently in revolt. He will gladly accept my assistance. So we'll call up my own levies first. Get them into Darkmoor. Right, and then his levies are going to go away. I have this castle that I got from my mother down here too. 800 troops. That's not bad at all. I can call up his troops. That's almost 2,000. And just because screw him, I'm going to call up Lord Jamos's levy as well. So we'll get my guys into Harrenhal. And then have these guys meet up in the Bay of Crabs. We have a big army of the Vale coming south. I don't think they're going to engage me, but... Oh, my Maester Giles has been attending to my men, but has cracked under the pressure. So he gets stressed, and the morale of my armies is down 10%. So that's unfortunate. So we have this army of the Bay of Crabs. I can merge them. Let's get some commanders here. Put Garth in the middle, and then Guy and Forrest on the flanks. And then get that army into Darkmoor. Oh, we are going to war here against the Vale. Looks like we're going to win this one. Sir Derimond has been called in by the High Septon. You must answer to the faith. Indeed, we've won the Battle of Salt Pans. And Sir Horton has been captured in battle. Right, those guys are still going into Darkmoor. The war has come to an end. Joffrey Arryn has been defeated and his rule has come to an end. Which means that the Vale is back in unison. Can I ransom Sir Horton? Nope, nobody wants to pay 10 gold for him. Sorry, Sir Horton. I could put him under house arrest. So I'm not too worried about it either way. We need to make sure that we dismiss our levies. So King William, who is 10, is the new monarch in the Vale. He's looking pretty weak. The High Septon would like to ransom Sir Daramond back to me for 10 gold. No thank you. I can still claim Darkmoor by going to war with the Vale and pressing Lord Forrest's claim. So I've already won a battle against a big part of their army. I don't see a reason not to continue. So to start, I'm going to call up his army and my army and get them all into Salt Pans. We haven't had any vassals declare independence and not want to participate. So that's a great sign. We have another 3,400 troops for the Vale. This time from Lady Janice of Iron Oaks. So that might be a bit unfortunate, but we still have the numbers. Let me make sure I have some decent commanders in here. We'll put Garth on the front lines. Have Mathis and Forrest on the flanks. And then get them in there. They're going to get a defensive bonus as well. Most of their army has fled. We've won that no problem. And now we're sieging in Darkmoor. Joanna Lannister has been defeated in Dorne. And Lady Paramount Alysanne of House Ironwood has been put in charge. Joanna Lannister is behind bars. Interesting. And that hasn't taken very long. Alysanne has crowned herself. A bold move indeed. Princess Cherie has come through with her claim on the lordship of Hayford. I'm going to use that. That will hurt our opinion with Lady Tyressa, Lord Ronell, Storm Queen Lucinda. But no worries. So now I have a strong claim on the lordship of Hayford. So when the war with the Vale is over, I can see where I stand, and maybe we can continue our empire building. This wasn't really my plan. I didn't really expect to do a game where military conquest was my single biggest accomplishment, but I just feel like we're in such a good position. And Andro isn't a great marshal, neither is Orland, but I feel like once we have some succession, maybe we'll tone it down and we'll focus inside the Trident a little bit more. But I'm going to grab some lands while my neighbors are looking pretty weak. I say weak, but it seems like the Mountain Vale has expanded quite a lot. So they're at 14,000 troops now, which is still less than we have, but about triple what they started out with. They've taken most of the north. We don't want any more courtiers, thank you. So while we're sieging in Darkmoor, I'm going to get a few more troops up because it looks like we have enemies coming in from the north. Jamos Kirth, Simon. That's another 8,000 or so. We'll get them into River Run to start out with. Indeed, we have boats coming too from the Vale. Our siege is going well. War score is only 2%. Oh, we're getting our butt kicked here in Darkmoor. Defeated at the Battle of Burning Heath. So, King William is up to 15,000 troops. I think we need to do just about everything we can to win this war, and that includes a little bit of intrigue. Maybe we can get him taken out or kidnapped. That sounds even better, actually. So we can invite the Maester. He's a mayor or something of Barbleton. Lord Banner, obviously, he's going to be into it. Prince Joffrey, he's probably the heir. No, the heir is Prince Darnold, who is William's younger brother. We have Lord Wallace of the Sisters. And Alice, who is a courtier. And Lady of Iron Oaks, who just moments ago was fighting against us for an independent Darkmoor. I'm going to send the Scepter of Air a bit of gold and see if I can get him in on the plot. My plot has been discovered, but I'm not too worried about that. Right, we're up to 81%, and I can get the Septon in on it now too. We can send Lady Liza over there as well. And now our plot power is up to 100%. Okay, we still have armies that are coalescing in River Run. We've been defeated at the Siege of Salt Pans. I'm not too worried yet. Lord Mathis has written to me with consternation that Sir Guy is in command of my armies. Lord Mathis of Stilfen is only 18. He's got a 14 marshal, where Sir Guy has an 11. It's not a bad step up, to be honest. Sir Guy is lowborn, doesn't really have any power. So you make a good point. We can still appoint him commander. We've been defeated at the Siege of Quiet Isle and at the Siege of Hawick. But we finally got our troops all together here in Goodbrook. That's 12,000 of them. Merge these together. That looks fine for the commanders. And then get them in here. And we can finally do some damage. Meanwhile, I can look at my other vassals. I still have troops available. I don't feel like I need to do all of them, but we can do Mathis and Piper and Frey and Vance. So we can get you guys into River Run. Defend the capital, team up, and then maybe we can go hit them where it hurts. In the Vale. Prince Simon has been an able servant. I could give him 55 gold or a favor. A favor does not increase opinion, it just doesn't lose it either. Let's give him the gold. And there we are, we're at war in 50ford. We definitely have the numbers. I think we're going to win this one. Victory at the Battle of 50ford. And that gives us positive war score. So what else do we need to do? Let's get these guys into like Red Fork. And see if we can meet up in a dangerous position. And now we can get the army of Lord Forest into Darkmoor to do some sieging. Alright, I think we got it turned around. At least we have a hold on the situation at the moment. There's still plenty of troops up here. They could cause us a problem if they all grouped up again. Easy victory at the Battle of Burning Heath. And now we're sieging. Do we have any more commander slots? We have a bunch more commander slots. Anson of Blackwater Rush is only 17, but with an 18 martial. Jamos of Harrenhal actually has a 16 martial. And we'll get our son-in-law, Sir Rob. So we can put Anson into this army. And then march them, say, into Crabshore for the moment. Lord Creighton has been very insistent about spending some time with me recently. He hopes that we will be on better terms. He is Lord of Gravesham, Master at Arms of Seaguard. I do not have time for this. Seems unimportant to me. Lysa has become known as Lysa the Pike, which sounds pretty cool, I think. This time Master Giles has emboldened the troops. Well done. Lord Creighton has sent me an invitation. I have more important matters. I think we need to get the army of Lord Mathis into Salt Pans, because we currently don't hold that territory. We're about to meet up with another army of the Vale. Alright, I'm going to get an assault in on Salt Pans so that we can take care of that. We've won the victory. Then into the city of Salt Pans. Quiet Isle. Another victory. And the Siege of Hawick. Once again, a victory. So that gets our war score up to 19. One last look at the troops here. We need to get Sir Manfred in. His troops are right here in Willowwood. Then we can march on Chiltern, and hopefully we'll have a battle there. And then we can bring in reinforcements in the army of Sir Rob. We do have a slight numbers game here at the moment. We've won the siege of Burning Heath. I think we're going to win this battle in the Trident. No, we've been defeated at the Battle of Fair Mill. My grandson, Prince Carl, is most uncooperative. He gets -1 diplomacy. Yeah, that's a shame. And now we're going to lose the second war with Sir Rob coming in. Now that I'm holding the duchy, though, I can take my bigger army, and hopefully we can have another fight. And this should be pretty decisive. Indeed it was. So that gets us up to 28. Sending these guys back into the Vale should unify our entire army. And a son was born to Mark and Delaney, named Timon. Simon has come to me with a plot to rescue Sir Deramond. I'll accept that, but then there's no need for a plot. I can ransom the prisoner, Sir Deramond, 10 gold, job done, no big deal. I can demand a prisoner from Lord Mathis. I don't think that will negatively affect his opinion of me. Let's do that. So Winton is in my custody, the hero of Winter Keep, with 23 martial. How much could I get for his ransom? Theoretically 145 gold, but Lord Winton cannot afford so much. Carl lacks a focus. We're going to give him struggle. Sounds like he's been willful already, so that's fine. He has good martial. I've had my vassal raised for a while. How are they doing? Everybody seems to be cool with me. So no worries there yet. Lysa the Pike has been an able servant. Certainly don't want to upset my spy master. Do I want to owe her a favor? I have plenty of gold. 32 to Lysa. Lord Witten is complaining about his cell. I imagine he still cannot pay me the ransom. Let him rot. Until the war is won. Alright, we've won the siege of Darkmoor. That gets our war score up to 37. I believe that I can march on the Ire. So, they only have 3,000, excuse me, 7,000 troops at the Ire. I have 12,000 men right now. They do have another army floating around, maybe 3,000. After years of planning, Torwin Cod, from the court of Lord Hagen of Bluefork, has raised an army of vassals, mercenaries, and hopefuls, declaring his intention to go off and carve out his own realm. Good luck with that. So he has 4,000 troops right here in the middle of my empire. I'm not sure what he's up to. Septon Brian has been an able servant. Has he though? I can give him 22 gold. Right, so now we are sieging the Ire. I am taking attrition though. Jamos says that he has been observing the poor performance of Lord Tyler. Tyler is my advisor, but Jamos would like to be on the council. Lady Sarah of the Crossing, who is Tyler's wife, would also like to see him removed from the council. So it's just an advisor, so I don't necessarily have to worry about who's good at what. To be fair, neither one of them like me very much. I don't think I'm going to let Lord Jamos tell me what to do. Decline. We are taking a lot of attrition. No morale is not going down that much. Maybe I should bail on this and go down here and deal with this army. We still outnumber them 2 to 1. Our war score is up to 51%. We're about to have a battle here again in Darkmoor. We'll be winning this one easily, I think. Yep. Battle of Darkmoor. 64% now. Let's get into 9 stars. Just take some more territory, see what we can do. Marching on the capital has not worked out for us well so far, even when we have the numbers. Prince Giles of the Reach would like to discuss the marriage of Princess Delani. I think that is acceptable. She's 18 and he's 10. I'm surprised that he's interested. I'm wondering if this is a mistake to get drawn into the politics of the Reach. I don't think I'll have a problem with succession. Let's accept it. We could use a nice ally outside of the Trident. Lord Creighton has written me, inquiring about my health. Meaningless words. So the army of the Vale is back to siege Darkmoor. So we have to abandon our siege and get back in there. Now they've decided to retreat. Oh, we've caught them in battle. Again, we outnumber them 2 to 1. Again, we have a victory, this time at God's Roots. 91%. I'm just going to go ahead and siege right here. Meanwhile, the Rock, once again, is at war. Against Lord Jamos. We'll have to look into that in a minute. Michael Tully has died. Age 42. What a shame. He has been an excellent servant. A small funeral will suffice. And that has opened up a seat on the council. Master of Coin. So Lord Benfrey of Seaguard considers himself to be a powerful vassal and has a 15 stewardship. So I'm going to put him as Master of Coin. He is a 25 diplomacy though. Yeah, so instead he's going to be our new Master of Laws. And instead I think we're going to have Andro as Master of Coin. And I'm going to send Benfrey down here to Langward Hall in hopes that we can get more of Blackwater Bay. So we're sieging the Bloody Gate. 95% war score. They pretty much lost all the troops they had that they would need to make a comeback. So I believe it's only a matter of time. And we haven't even won the siege yet, but the war score is at 100. I will enforce my demands. And the Riverlander War of Lord Forest for Dark Moon has come to an end. Yeah, there we go. We're starting to make some progress. The Trident is looking pretty big now. Our levies are down to 15,000. So despite our new claim on Hayford, I might have to wait a little bit of time before I get back to my conquering ways. But we can't forget that Lord Jamos is attacking the Rock. And if he were to win that war, I think all of his lands would depart the Trident. And he would like to kill King Orland the Confessor. So we only have a 17% chance to capture him. I'm wondering though, if he were to get away, then I imagine he would raise his army in revolt. Because otherwise, wouldn't he be abandoning his lands? First, let's end my plot to kidnap King William. So send that along, capture Lord Jamos, and indeed he's raised his flag in rebellion. So he's currently at war with the Rock and the Trident. So call up the levies again. Only 800 from my personal domain. Need to get as many of these guys as we can into River Run. My vassals are concerned about their coffers given the constant war that we've been having. I can placate them with tax concessions, or I can give them 80 gold. Let's give them gold. I mean, 80 isn't too bad. I have 715 right now. Apparently, I've had the hunting focus for too long. I've gained the trait Uncouth. What else can we pick here? We are 54. But unfortunately, I kind of do need the Marshal right now. I guess we've already had the negative effects. Let's wait for a little bit until we've won the war. Alright, Lord Wayland has declared a war of his own. He's attacking the Gold Road. You know what? If you want to claim a little bit more land, I won't stop you. I can hardly complain too much. It would be hypocritical. Right now we have almost 10,000 troops here in River Run. Rearrange our commanders a little bit. Mathis and Rob. Right, and then get these guys, say, into Otranto for now. Well, they're going to go through Lawleston anyway. A daughter was born to Mark and Delaney named Solera. Okay. Lord Creighton has invited me to spend the afternoon at his place. What a waste of time. Dude is thirsty. So Lord Kirth has also joined Lord Wayland's war on the Gold Road. Teamwork there in the vassals. That's nice to see, I guess. I could use the help though if you guys were interested. Lord John would like to replace Tyler on the council. He's not looking fantastic, and King Orland does not have a good opinion of him. Lord Tyler is looking pretty weak nowadays, though. 2 diplomacy, 2 stewardship. He's getting to be 51. So maybe it wouldn't be the worst idea if I found a new advisor. And I can put Lord Forrest there. He's a big fan of me. He wants to become Master at Arms, but that is Kirth's job. But Forrest is pretty good. We can put him on the council. He will be a loyalist. Alright, so we've won the siege of Lawleston Keep. That gives us positive war score against Jamos. We're not going to go into Harrenhal itself. Let's siege some of his other holdings. Maybe I've learned the hard way. You don't want to march on the capital if you don't need to. But I have personal experience that Harrenhal is very difficult. Kirth would like me to spend quality time in Rosby with Royce. I believe Royce is his son. Yes, indeed. Royce is not at court. I'm going to say I think not. A raven has arrived from the Citadel. We should prepare for winter. Lord Winton is still in my dungeon. King William is his liege. I can still not ransom him. So he will be released. He does owe me a favor now, but I'm not sure how I could use it when he's in somebody else's court. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and storm Atranta so that I can get back here in Lawleston and fight this little army of Jamos. So that victory is won. It cost us a little bit, more than I would have liked. They had a decent amount of men there. Lord Forrest has become incapable. He has the flu. Maybe we shouldn't panic too much just yet, but he's been taken off the council. Meanwhile, I'm trying to catch the army of Harrenhal here, but they've been very annoying. Delaney and Giles can marry. So we are marrying into the Kingdom of the Reach. Oh, he wants me to marry his brother. King Mern wants me to marry Prince Giles. That would not get us a non-aggression pact. Oh, we do have a non-aggression pact already, so everything is kosher. Betrothed can marry. That's acceptable. Meanwhile, we've started sieging Birch Hall. We've been defeated at the siege of Lawleston Keep. So I'm going to send half of my army back over here. It's always a good idea to have two separate armies, but sometimes it can be a hassle, and you think that you have the numbers, but then little small levies just keep popping up. Lord Wayland would like a place on the council. You're on the council. So he wants a different position? No, he's cool. And we've expanded again. Wayland has claimed part of the Gold Road. So Brentbrook has come into our empire. So we're sieging in Lawleston and we're sieging in Birch Hall. I'm going to put more of my war information on the mini screen here. There's just too many of these notifications to keep track sometimes. It gets a little bit ridiculous. Oh, we've got a new 6,000 stack army over here of Harrenhal. Jamos is also being attacked by the Iron Owl over Pembleton. I'm not sure what's going on here because Pembleton is here in the Iron Owl. The castle of Har is actually still held by the Darklands. So that could be the issue. Just over that one small castle. So can I form an alliance with the Reach? No, I cannot. I can't even ask him to join my war. Well, that's pretty useless. Oh, I'm about to get hit by the Iron Owls too. So this is another complication that I had not accounted for. There are risks when you break up your army. we still wouldn't have enough numbers to deal with the Iron Isle. And we've been defeated at Birch Hall. And we're about to be defeated at Brightbridge. Sir Guy has been slain. Unfortunate news from the battlefield. Alright, despite all that, I am only at war with the Darklands and Harrenhal. And I should still have the numbers. So, not all hope is lost. I don't know how they have 5,000 troops down here when the screen says they only have 3,700. My sister Alyssa has not been herself. Call the physician. Let's get what's left of our troops up here in Salt Pans. Merge them together. And then back to River Run, if nothing else, so that we can avoid this army of the Iron Isle. I'm okay with kind of sitting back and letting them beat up on each other. And then maybe I can come in and take back Harrenhal. We've been defeated at Atranta. My war score is down to -41. I do have more vassal levies I can raise. So that will get us a few more if we can get them into River Run. You guys, we don't need you getting caught in a war for no reason. Disband. Right, so now we have 9,600 in River Run. Harrenhal itself is busy being sieged by the Iron Isle. Cracklaw Point has also become independent. We're also out of a Master of Coin again. We can keep Benfrey in there. I'm not sure what happened. And it seems like Lord Forrest of the Bay of Crabs has died from a bad case of flu. So we need a new advisor. I think Sir Rob will do nicely. Lord Wayland has improved my relation with the new High Lord of the Bay of Crabs. Lord Kirth has taken ill. Food poisoning, perhaps. Call the physician. After treatment by Master Giles, Lord Kirth is feeling much better. I should compensate Giles for a job well done. 5 gold. That's good. Seaguard has been looted. A shame indeed. So we are sieging Atranta once again. Almost 9,000 troops in our army this time. We have the army of Harrenhal right next door. So I've won the siege of Atranta. And get this army maybe over to Duskendale. The army of Harrenhal is trying to take back Birch Hall. So we're going to get our army in there instead. And again, we need another advisor position. We're going to take Forrest's son, Lord Lucas of the Bay of Crabs. And finally, we have a battle against the army of Harrenhal. We have them outnumbered almost 3-1. An easy victory there. We're back into positive war score. Sir Mervyn was captured. They're only willing to give us 10 gold for him. He's a 14 marshal. We can let him rot for a while. Also, Quelon Kenning. They won't pay ransom for him. Now we can get our army into Antlers. Lord Rob of Blackwood has come to pay homage to me, as he is a new vassal, and my nephew. He's granted an audience. He gives me a polite smile and kneels down, passionately reciting his oath. It is so rare to meet such a dispassionate and kind person. I'm so happy you came. I made a good impression on Lord Rob. I am hopeful that after this ceremony, we will be able to maintain a good and healthy relationship. The gods willing. And once again, we're sieging Antlers. Maybe we have this war under control too after some nervous moments. As long as we can avoid the wrath of the Iron Owl. My prisoner Sir Mervyn has requested an audience. I accept your offer. We've been defeated at Seaguard again by raiders from the Iron Isle. Lord Wayland has tried to have Lord Lucas of Harleton arrested. Lord Lucas has raised his banners in rebellion. So another vassal war. The realm will surely bleed. Wayland certainly has the troops to deal with that. My nephew Lord Aemon has been imprisoned by Lord Kirth. One cynical comment after another. I could not take it anymore. I even tried to bribe Serana so she would shut up. Stop it, please stop it. So Lord Jamos currently is losing his war to me by 10%. But his war to Iron King Dalton at 59%. He's also in hiding. No matter. We're about to win the Siege of Antlers at any moment. And then we can march on the rest of Duskendale. Alright, we've officially won the Siege of Antlers. And now we can get into Bridlewood. Keep it up. 14% war score. Although Atranta is about to pass from us into the Iron Isle. So I'm not sure if that will hurt us or help us or neither. The Iron Isle is also sieging Duskendale. So if they take that, that should win the war for them. And maybe they'll clear out for us. That it has indeed, the Siege of Atranta has impacted our war score. We're back down to 10%. Indeed, that war is over. Jamos has lost to the Iron Isle, so it's just our war now. We have 9,000 troops in the field. Garth wanted to learn to whistle. After trying for a while, he asked me, how come you can do it? I can say it's easy, and high chance he will gain brooding, low chance timid. Or I can say not everyone, and then vice versa. I'm not sure which is better. Let's try to give him brooding. He has indeed got brooding. +1 intrigue, and that can become just, wroth, selfish, or envious. So supposedly Jamos is down to 3,600 troops. I'm currently sieging Brindlewood with 4,900. So again, I'm hoping that's only a matter of time. It has been quite the war-centric episode. Kirth has invited me to Rosby for family time with Daffin. That sounds nice. I think I can take the trip this time. King Orland's opinion of Daffin +15 for 240 months. Brotherly love. Prince Simon has increased my standing with King Emery Lannister of the Rock, who is age 9. Well done. Alright, Jamos has offered me a white piece. We would both lose 100 prestige. That is perfectly acceptable. And we have reunited the Trident once again. Now, before we do anything else, make sure that we get rid of the levies this time. So we do have a truce with him for 10 years. And I would say that our lands are looking pretty good at the moment. We added 1 county last episode, and 2 this episode, I believe. Plus we fended off a rebellion. We're back up to 20,000 troops already. And we still have a strong claim on the county of... And we still have a strong claim on the lordship of Hayford. So maybe that will be next time, or maybe I will need to build up my treasury and my troops. We'll have to see. I hope you can join us. For now, my name is Ty. I am your homicidal chauffeur. This has been Crusader Kings 2, A Game of Thrones. Please like and subscribe. Thank you very much, and have a good night. We got more up here, and that's it. We failed the event. Makes it 2-0.
For duty.
Get all these archers behind the lines. The good news is that we are profitable, and we need to focus on the boat. I've been cuckolded. -100%. Job done.